Alright, so this is a Subaru Forester, 2017. I'm going to change the oil. So I actually took some of these plastic rivets off already, or loosened them up already. So this is a screw type right here, where basically it's like a screwdriver. Right, you basically unscrew it. Sometimes you have to hold the outside part. You have to unscrew it a little bit, but don't unscrew it all the way. I would leave it maybe like a turn or so in, so that way you pull from here. So you do screw all the way. You have to get like a flathead screwdriver and pry underneath the outer part of the rivet. So these other four here are actually not the screw type. Basically, these ones are only like a quarter turn. So it's in, then you basically turn it a quarter turn. And sometimes if it doesn't turn, you have to hold the outside piece. Alright, so right now the outside one's turning. Okay, so hold the outside piece so it doesn't turn, then it pops out like so, and that's it. And you can pull it down from here if you want, but I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'm gonna leave all 5 of them in, so that way I just pop this whole piece down here, and they stay put for the most part. They'll sort of come out a little bit, but I'm gonna pop them back in. Okay, so now you have your oil drain board right here. If you guys can see that. So this right here is a 14mm, this bolt. And today I'm actually going to be putting in a Fumoto valve, Fumoto F108S. So it's basically it's an M16, so that's the thread outside diameter here, 16mm, and 1.5. That means the pitch of the thread between each between each peak or between each valley is 1.5mm. So I'm gonna be putting that in, but obviously gotta drain it out first. So I have a 14mm here. Let me double check to make sure it is. Okay, so that's 14mm. I don't have an extension. Some people use an extension here. You don't need to, especially if you have a wrench that has has fine teeth. No, if you have one of the cheaper wrenches and it only has like 30 something teeth, it might be a little bit harder to do this. But when you have more teeth, it's you have more angle. Each angle, each ratchet, has a smaller degree, so you could get away with a tighter space. So I'm just gonna do that. Just bust it loose. So it's loose already. I felt it move. Okay, better get my pan underneath. Let's get your pan ready, right? Get my pan underneath ready. I'm actually gonna have to move the camera back a little bit. I think it's gonna shoot out this direction. So just gonna move the camera back, just in case I don't have enough clearance for that. I should say, just in case it shoots out further than it should. Or, so turn this thing a few more times here. Oops, it's actually dripping a little bit already. It's not quite loose enough to turn my hand yet. So turn my fingers, I should say. I shouldn't say my hand, with my finger. I can still feel a lot of resistance on it, so why is there so much resistance? Is it the little washer maybe? Okay. Now I think I could turn it in my hand and it's like dripping, little drips on my wrench there. I drip on my fingers too. I always have a rag ready. Okay, I think I have enough to, it was loose enough to spin my finger or my hand. Okay, it's definitely dripping out. Okay. Oh shit! God dang it! I knew that was gonna happen. Oof! Totally covered in. My hand was totally covered in oil there. Good thing I let it sit for like half an hour before I drained it. Otherwise, it would have been burning hot. That's why it's a good idea. After you drive the car, and its engine is hot, give it like half an hour, and let it cool down. So that was a lot of freaking oil. Okay, that's the first time that I've ever been drenched that much from taking off the drain bolt. As you can see, it's dripping out now. So I actually don't have the car jacked up at all. The car is actually leveled right now. Cause I'm in a car pit. I have a car pit where, you know, this place that I rent out has a car pit. So I'm actually standing right here. So I'm not crawling or nothing. So that's great right there. This thing looks like it has a lot of oil. So this car has just under 10,000 miles. It's about a year old, maybe a little over a year old. Just under 10,000 miles, and just recently the oil indicator, you know, the oil change indicator came on, the service indicator. So this car doesn't get driven much. This is actually my mom's car. This is basically her last car. She's not, you know, not gonna get another car after this one. This is pretty much her last car now. I mean, she's retired already. This thing's pretty much new. So let's let that drip for a little bit before we plug it up. So let's go top side. Let's go top side and see what we got. Put this in so you can see check out my carpet here. See that? So that's the oil drain, and that's my carpet right there. A bit of stool down in there. So let that drain for a bit. Go up the top here. Okay. So here we have a I have the oil filter right here. I already put on the removal cap, and I actually sort of loosened it up a little bit. So this cap actually came on pretty very snug. Lots of times when this cap comes on, they're kind of loosey. They wiggle a little bit. This one is actually, it's like snug. So that's a good thing. So let me loosen it up a little bit more. Okay, that's good enough. I could actually turn it by hand now. So I'm gonna leave it like so. Now I need to take this thing off. So since it's very tight, I'm gonna try to use this and see if this works. I might get something with more mass to lift this up. It's kind of okay. Oops, there it goes. So lift this thing off. Okay, so now that's off. This thing is up. So one thing you have to be aware of is that, because this is sort of like a tray around here, around the perimeter of it. See, around the perimeter, it gets dirty. So don't loosen up the filter completely yet. What I do is I actually want to clean up around that perimeter. Just get a rag. Get the rag and kind of clean up around down there. You could blow some compressed air into it, but you know, the compressed air won't remove the stuff that's like the dirt that's in there that's kind of stuck on there from being oily. If it's like dried and not crusty, it'll blow off with compressed air. But if it's oily or grimy at all, then it won't. So, okay, it's actually definitely cleaner. I can see it. Okay. So I didn't use any compressed air at all. I just blew with my mouth. If it's loose, it would have blown. If it's not, then it's not. So now I could actually loosen this up. There shouldn't be any oil coming out from this because it's upside down. Whatever oil comes out, comes out. The stuff that won't come out, it's held by the check valve. You know, the drain. You know, the outside here is. So basically, oil comes in from these small holes and it comes out from the big hole. So that in the small holes, it has a like a anti-drain, so it doesn't just flow back out. If it does flow out, it'll flow out from the big hole. Okay, so that was a Subaru. You see that was an original Subaru filter. So the replacement filter I have is a Fram Ultra Synthetic. So XG, so that's the better one. So Fram has a historically, Fram are very junky filters, especially the old orange can. But since then, they've gotten a lot better. Now they actually have like 3 or 4 different types of filters. So this is the top of the line filter, and it's really high end filter compared, you know, relative to like other brands and other premium filters. This one is just as good, if not better, than any other filter that's on the market. And then the cool thing about it is it's cheap. You know, it's only like God, I think it was like $7 or something like that at Walmart. Something like that. A few bucks at Walmart. So let's set this aside real fast. And there's a little bit of oil around here, and you guys can probably see it. So I'm gonna wipe that off around there. Alright, so wipe that off. So everything else is clean. I got a jug of so on the cap here, and also in your oil manual, it shows, you know, 020 oil. So that's what I have here. I have some 020 full synthetic. So anytime you see a 020 or 0 whatever, it's always full synthetic, because regular oil, non-synthetic oil, cannot go down to 0. Okay, so even if it doesn't say full synthetic or synthetic, if it says is it 020 or 0 whatever, you know it's full synthetic. So this is a Walmart brand, $16, 15 something at Walmart, so it's the cheapest thing. And you know, Walmart doesn't make oil, so it's made by an oil company, which I'm not sure which oil company. It's probably made by Warren or something like that, I think. And that's a big company that you know, makes oil for other brands and stuff. So right now the filter here, the gasket here is dry, so I'm gonna add a little bit of oil around here. You don't necessarily need to do that, but what that does is that when you take off the old one, it comes off easy, and the O-ring doesn't stick to this part here. So if you don't put it on, you don't have to put it on, but sometimes when you take it off, the O-ring would tend to stick here, but also it tends to be kind of sticky, so it doesn't spin as easily. So having the oil there, it makes it easier basically. So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to that the surface of the gasket. Okay, so I got my little oil on the surface there already. Just screw this on. And it's just hand tighten. You don't need to use a wrench. And it's a good thing this thing has the little grip, the little textured grip here, so you could just grip that pretty strongly and just hand tighten it. I'm right-handed, but I'm using my left hand because if I use my right hand, I might have to use a tool to remove this in the future. But that's good enough right there. You definitely don't want to over tighten it, because if you use a wrench to tighten it, anytime there's an O-ring, when you put too much torque on the O-ring tends to distort, and it will actually won't be seated properly, and it will actually leak. So don't use a wrench. Okay, so I got that in. Now we can go back down below. We can go back down below, and the dripping should be done by now. So back down below. little stool that I usually sit on, but in this case I'm not. Okay, so the dripping looks like it's done. Drain pan over a little bit. Back to this here. So okay, so you can see that. Okay, so it's just really slow drip, drip, drip. So that's good. That's what we want. Now I need to turn on my Fumoto valve. Actually, let me wipe that spot real fast. Let me look into it real quick. So yeah, wipe that down. Wipe around the outside of it so it's a little cleaner. Okay, so it's still slow, very slow drip, which is fine. The Fumoto valve, how it works is Fumoto valve, how it works. Let's actually gonna take it out. So this is the valve right here. Fumoto is a Japanese company. So here's a little gasket, made in Japan. This thing it looks like brass to me. So it's basically it's a ball valve. And let's see if you guys can see through it. It's open right now. Right, it's open from the other side. Right, it's open, and turn this valve over here. And now it's closed. And it also comes with a little plastic safety clip. And pull that out. So it's a little plastic safety clip. So once you close it, you can stick this clip on here. This clip will basically clip on like so. Let's see, like that. All right, like so. And this plastic clip will prevent this thing from opening, just in case if this lever gets knocked or something like that. And to take it off, it's basically just kind of pull on it like so. And obviously, to open this valve here, you have to actually lift it up, then turn it over. So there's two safety mechanisms. So if you don't lift it up, it won't open. You actually have to lift this up. So that's one, and the clip is two. So the clip, basically what the clip does is that it prevents this lever from lifting up. So that's how it stays on there. Okay, so hopefully I got the right size. I got the size I got is basically what it says on Fumoto's website. I'm gonna face this thing so that way the actually this thing is not, it's the thread and the whole body is actually not independent, so the whole thing spins together, so I really can't face it any direction. However it falls, however it fits, it will fit. So hopefully it fits all right. Let's see. So I have the gasket there already. All right. Screw it on. Hopefully the body doesn't interfere with anything. If this is the right size and everything, there should be no interference. It should be nice and clear, a clear fit, basically. Okay. So man, that's a very tight fit, especially how the angle as far as tightening it goes. Shit, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to tighten it with the wrench. I might have to take off this plastic cover here, because it doesn't have clearance for me to get the wrench in there, like so. Right? Oh, actually, you know what? If I push this up, yeah, it's still not tight enough. Shit. Oh man. So you're not supposed to use the there's a hex on here. You're not supposed to use that to tighten it. Fumoto specifically says not to use that. That's part of the this is just a nipple here. You might cause some kind of damage or something like that. Shit. It seems like that's not going to be enough. That's not tight enough. I might have to remove the this this plastic cover here. So shoot, I was not prepared to do that. Let's see how many screws are there. Actually, there's only it looks like this. Yeah, that's quite a few screws. So I need to remove this plastic cover here to get this thing fully on there, fully seated. Where it is right now, it's not. Yeah, it's not tightened. Dang it. No, it's not tightened. I need to tighten it more. Okay, that kind of sucks. Let's see if I have the wrench for that. See if this is 14. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's not. It's a 12. So those are 12 millimeters. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I have to take this plastic cover off. This plastic cover here, so that way I can turn the valve all the way on, or closed, I should say. And this thing has how many? Let's see how many screws and such. It has. Looks like it has four of these bolts here, and the rest of it looks like clips, rivet clips. Yeah, pop rivets, plastic pop rivets. Okay. God dang it. Let's see if I could. No, there's no way I could put this big one in. That's way too big. Well, actually, you know what? I can fit it sideways. Oh, I don't have to do that. I can fit it sideways like this. I can get the wrench turn. If I could get. So this is an adjustable wrench. But I have it fit directly, you know, in line with the face instead of being at an angle sideways like this, where, you know, perpendicular to where it grips. I have it right in line with it, like so. Tighten this down so it's nice and tight. I think I could get the. I think I could use this to basically turn it. Oh no, I can't. It's too. This is too big of a wrench. Oh wait, I could here. Probably need to get another. Okay, oh, it's working. It's working. I was gonna say I might need to get another adjustable wrench to do this. Okay, that's tight. Okay, it ain't getting any tighter than that. So that's good. That worked. Whew. Okay, well, it's gonna be creative, right? Look at what you got. Be creative. So that's definitely tight. I felt that. Felt how tight it was. I felt the gasket material compressed and some. Let's look at it now. Let's get it from a close-up view here. Oops. So that's what it looks like there. So it's clearing this that body. This part right here is clearing that by like there's like 4 maybe 5 millimeters. Whatever this thing is. Right here. So the lever is up here. So right now it's closed. To open it up, you got to push on the lever right here. Let's see if I can get the light properly. Using this thing. Headlight here, so push the lever down like so, then over that, so that's open, push back up, that's closed. Let's stick the clip back in here, so the clip goes in like so. Oops, it's lost it there. So again, I'm right-handed, but I'm holding the camera with my right hand, so it's kind of hard to coordinate the left hand. So it goes like so. There it goes. That's it. So the name reads. So you guys can see that the name reads. You know, with this end over here being the top and this end over here being the bottom, so it reads upright, right? So it's in there, and that's it. So I'm good there. Let's put this back. See what's my cover. My cover with those 5 rivets. I'm gonna stick this one in first because this is the easiest one I could grab easily without it going funny on me. right? There's one spot right there. Okay. So that makes these other 4 line up properly. All right. I think this other 4 you don't have to even screw it on. You just kind of, or you don't have to use a screwdriver. I don't think I could just do that because it's only a quarter turn basically. When it finds a slot, it's just a quarter turn. I can actually turn it with my thumb. Okay, this one you gotta turn it with a screwdriver. Yes. Use screwdriver, hold the outside edge so it doesn't spin. Okay, stop spinning, or the whole thing will spin because it's at the end. So it looks like I still have a little bit of oil that actually, when it shot out, I think some of the oil ended up on the outside perimeter of this tray. I should have wiped it down, like, because I could see some oil dripping through. Oh well, too late. I don't want to take it out again. It's probably just going to be a few drips. Okay, so let's go back up top. Let's get this light out of the way. Let's go back up on top again. Oh. Ladder here. Oh. Okay, back up top. Now we just need to fill up this oil right here. Need to get a funnel and fill it up. I'm not sure how much oil it uses. So that jug that I showed you guys earlier, that jug uses well, that jug is 5 quarts. So that should be enough. You know, this is only a 2.5 liter. I'm gonna put in 4 quarts, then I could check the oil level, then pour the rest in. So I actually need to get a. Oh, that's tight. Oh, okay. I actually need to get a funnel. So that's it right there. And grab a funnel real fast. Okay, wipe down the funnel, make sure it's clean. In this case, mine is. Stick the funnel in, like so. And just start pouring it in. So I get the light up here. See better. Probably guys don't need to see it. There's plenty of light, but more light's better. When it's dark, it's really grainy, it's hard to see. So, let's pour it in. So 0.20 is pretty thin. And more recently, I've seen 0.16. 0.16 is actually, it's new in America. You know, when you read the bottle, it says for certain Hondas and Toyotas, but it's actually been used in Japan for 20 years now. It's been used since the late 90s. 0.16, so it's actually not a new weight. It's only new to the U.S. market. But you know, here I'm using a 0.20, so that's almost 4 quarts, a little bit more. Okay, so that should be about 4 quarts. Let me check the dipstick. So the dipstick is actually over here on this side right here. So we do that real quick. Have a little rag ready. Pull the dipstick out. Wipe it first, because initially it's always going to show. You know, that it has more oil than it does, because when it's sitting there and the engine running, it you know, the oil will splash. Okay, so it's nice and dry now. Stick it back in. And up. Look at the dipstick amount. So I'm not sure you guys could see that. So here's the full level right here. And the minimum level is over here, and the oil is actually, so this is the minimum right there. The oil level is actually up right here. So I'm only about maybe past a quarter way. So I'm gonna pour in maybe another half a quart and see, then check again. This video is going long, it's 30 minutes already. Maybe I should have done 2 parts. Okay, so that was not quite half a quart, a little bit more. Okay, so that's about half a quart more. Check the oil level again, pull the dipstick out. Check the level. Okay, so the level now is, so you guys can see it, so there's a full right here where my fingernail is. There's a full mark. You can actually see the level is actually all the way over here. So and there's the full mark right here. So actually could pour in, I'm probably gonna pour in the rest of it. So this, you know, 2.5 is, you know, it's a small engine, but it's big for a 4-cylinder. You know, that's about as big as a 4-cylinder gets. It's 2.5. Not too many instances where a 4-cylinder is bigger than 2.5. I think the biggest I've seen in a 4-cylinder is probably maybe 2.7 or something like that. But yeah, so once you get up to the 2.5 or more, you're getting into like 5 cylinders or 6 cylinders. 2.5 would be a small 6-cylinder. Okay, that's in. Alright, so let's check the oil. It might be slightly overfilled, but that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, well, let me wipe this down again. I think it's like a couple millimeters overfilled. Let's see. You have to realize that I haven't started the engine yet, so no oil has made it into the oil filter. So there's the full mark right here. It's actually like a quarter. Actually, it's more than a quarter. So let me start the engine and get it into the oil filter and everything. So it'll drop that will drop the oil level. It usually drops the oil level a little bit. Let's see, how was my keys? Shoot, what did I do with the keys? Oh, sure, I don't have the keys with me. What the hell? Okay, so I have my keys with me. I don't know what I did with the keys. Now I have to dig for the keys. So anyways, I'm gonna start it up and check. So for you folks that do it, maybe go a little bit less than 5, maybe like 4, and because I checked 4.5, that was only about a quarter way up past the minimum. I would probably go look at like maybe 4 3/4. That would probably be full. But again, I haven't ran it yet. So anyways. So I think that's it for this video. All right, thanks for watching.